What's up, Payson High School? I'm Bryce Clyde.
And I'm Will Fulmer.
Welcome to this edition of Lions Weekly, where we cover important events that happen here at the high school as well as in the community.
And we have a great broadcast for you good people today, including segments such as Sweethearts, the dance that just took place this last week, tips for teens, sports, and last but not least, Community Spotlight.
Now, how are you doing today, Will?
Bryce, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
It's good. I'm doing pretty good, you know?
Yeah, Bryce, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Now, for our top story of the day, Carlos and Taylor looked into Payson High School's Girls' Choice Dance that is formerly known as Sweethearts.
That's what I'm talking about, Bryce.
Yeah.
Let's go to that.
As you may know, we had our Sweethearts dance on Saturday. It was a great turnout. On Friday, we had an assembly for royalty and cake auctions. And here are some segments from the assembly.
Watch for the auction hands to come up. You might be bidding on a cake that you really like. So let's get it started. Our third place winner today in the cake is Audrey Miller. Hey, look at this cake right here. Audrey is made for us. Let's give Audrey a great big round of applause. Thank you. Would you like to tell us what flavor of cake this is?
It's chocolate devil's food cake with a raspberry and whipped cream cool whip filling, and it's pretty delicious.
And who gave you your inspiration to make this cake?
Pinterest.
All right, our second place cake is Mercedes John. Oh, this is the one I like right here. Mercedes, what gave you your inspiration? You got a hump right here on your arm.
In between the layers, and then just a marshmallow on the frosting.
And our first place, the big winner in the cake presentation goes to, you already know, Megan Stanton. All right. Megan. All right. Tell us what gave us your inspiration.
You know, old Hollywood.
Number one cake, what flavor is it?
Okay, the popcorn's chocolate with cream cheese frosting, and it has a whipped filling. And then there's popcorn on top with icing. And this one's just, you know, your classic white.
Our Sweethearts' second attendant is Audrey Miller.
Our Sweethearts' first attendant is Jenica Turbor.
2012 Sweethearts Queen, it's Savannah Davies.
Congrats to Savannah Davies, Jenica Trevor, and Audrey Miller for being this year's 2012 Sweethearts Royalty. For Lions Weekly, I'm Carlos Aguilar, and back to you guys to the studio.
Hey, Bryce, Sweethearts was so fun. I went with Stacy, and I understand you went too?
Yeah, I went with Audrey Miller.
Nice, man. Those girls really know how to put on a fun date, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's tons of fun. Now, speaking of dates, Will here and his trusted colleague Tyler Hawkins did a segment known as Tips for Teens. And the tip this time around is how to ask a girl on a date.
Yeah, so listen closely, boys.
Alright guys, this week for Tips for Teens, we're going to show you how to ask a girl on a date. We know that some of you guys struggle like Jordan here, but don't worry, we asked the local studs what they think.
What lines do I use to get girls to go on dates? I don't. I prefer the kidnapping method. You see, if you give them an option out, they usually take it.
Good to be spontaneous, so, you know, hide in their shower. So that way when they come in, you just jump out, scare them, hey, you want to go on a date?
The smolder. You do it like this. Get a little eyebrow wiggle in there.
Well, you know, call her up on the phone. Sometimes I go to her in person, you know.
Dude, girls ask me on dates.
How do I ask a girl on a date? How about Friday?
Alright, Payson High, so you've seen how the boys get girls to go on dates with them. Let's see what the girls have to say about it.
I like it when they ask in person and in a fun and creative way.
How I want to be asked on a date? Well, I'd rather just have them ask me. You know, like call me up on the phone or just come up and ask me. Over text is really lame.
I just love it when guys use the smolder to ask me out on a date. Just makes me melt.
If you're not sure of ways to ask a girl out on dates, we went to the teachers to get some of the best tips that we could possibly find.
So Diana, what's the best way for a boy to ask a girl out on a date?
Well, from experience, not me, but my youngest daughter he brought her a dozen roses to school, and whoa, that got her.
I think I'd go up to her and say,
Lorraine, you're my density. I mean, my destiny.
I think the best way is just to ask in person, to actually call them on the phone and ask them if they can go.
Here's the great answer. First of all, find a local plumber and ask him for an old toilet. Okay? Once you've secured the toilet, you'll go out into your neighbor's field and you'll find several large piles of horse manure. Okay? You'll take the horse manure and put it in a bucket. When you take then you'll go to the girl's house. You'll put the toilet on her front porch, and you'll deposit the bucket loads of manure into the toilet as if it had been used. Okay? Then, of course, you need the final touch. You'll put a little book on the back of the toilet. And then, of course, you'll have a nice little vase with a single red rose in the vase. And inside the book will be a bookmarker. On that bookmarker will be your name and something to the effect, a little saying to the effect that life will be crappy if you won't go to prom with me.
Thanks, Tyler. Because of you, I can now feel completely confident when I ask a girl on a date, just because I know how.
You know, Bryce, that's what we were going for, so that's good. And we can pretty well conclude that girls love it when you ask them in person, boys, so get on it.
Now, for those of you who are wondering what's new with Payson High Sports, Quentin and Nick took care of it for you.
And we will see what they have after this brief message about soccer tryouts coming up.
Last week, the boys basketball team played Juab, and they had another great game. They won by 23 points, and they had a final score of 73-50. After the game, the team celebrated their region championship by each player taking a turn cutting down the net. To hear what the team thinks about the region championship, we interviewed Coach Lunt and Clint Bateman.
How do you feel about your team winning the region in basketball?
I don't feel good about it. That's the goal we set at the first of the year, is to win the region, and it's something that the kids accomplished, and so I feel very good about it.
Okay, and how do you think they'll do in the playoffs?
You know, I would hope that we would continue to play just how we played to get to this point of the year and stay focused, go one game at a time, and continue to be successful. I have extremely high expectations of this group.
Okay.
The girls' basketball team didn't have as good of luck as the boys' team, losing by a score of 40-26.
The whole world can see right through his lies.
The wrestling team had 17 qualifiers and 4 individual champions. They had a really good season this year. Hopefully they can keep up the good work. That's it for sports this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Man, our sports teams are doing fantastic this year.
I know, Bryce. Sports pretty much keep things super interesting around here in Payson High.
Yeah, things get a little dull, but another thing that is interesting here is the next piece that you all know. It's the Community Spotlight. Daniel and Austin looked into the local movie theater here in Payson High, known as Stadium Cinemas.
So let's see what they got.
Thanks, guys. Well, our Community Spotlight this week is Stadium Cinemas, right here in Payson, Utah. It's our own little movie theater joint, and it's pretty awesome. For those of you that don't know where Stadium Cinemas is, it's located at 633 South, 950 West. Movie tickets are $7.75.
Yeah, so if you guys want to catch the newest flicks, you know, whether you're into comedy, sports dramas, action movies, romance, you know, this is a place to come. Be the first one right when the movie opens. See you right away.
Let's go check it out. Stadium Cinemas has a huge selection of treats that you can have while you're watching a movie. We got everything from nachos, hot dogs, drinks, ices, cotton candy. We have some fresh popcorn popping right behind us right now.
Oh yeah, so what's a movie without something to munch on, right? So they got this wide variety of candies. You got sour candies, sweet candies, hot candies, fruity, chocolatey, whatever you want, really, you know? And for those of you on a budget, over here we have, you know, you just want a handful of munchies. You got this 25-cent candy. Take that in the movies with you.
Stadium Cinemas also has a huge selection of drinks that you can get. A large at $3.75, a medium at $3.25, and a small at $2.75.
And then, of course, for our smart shoppers, you know, they got the budget water over here as well.
All right, one of the nice things about coming to Stadium Cinemas is you can get as much butter as you want. I love butter on my pump. You know, 2 pumps, 7 pumps, whatever you want. Another thing, they have stuff for your hot dogs. We got ketchup, mustard, we got relish, banana peppers, and jalapenos. There's a lot of stuff you can customize your meal with. Even while you're waiting for your movie, you're not going to be bored. You can look around at the upcoming movies on these posters out here. And holy cow, is that an arcade? Dang it! Well, it was an arcade. We got a lot of fun stuff here. We got some snowmobiling, we got hunting, pinball, lots of stuff you can do over here if you're while you're waiting for your movie. All right, well, here at Stadium Cinemas, they have 8 whole theaters. You know, tons of seats. Lots of movies playing, you know, there's plenty of room for you and your friends to come. So pretty much Stadium Cinemas is totally awesome. It's a great place to come hang out with your friends. It's pretty inexpensive. You know, we got a couple movies playing right now. Chronicle, Woman in Black, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. All some really good ones that you should come check out down here.
Yeah, another big release that's coming up here on our side is the Hunger Games. A lot of you have probably read the book, so that's
March 23rd. Come check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, guys. Now we all know where to go when we want to see new flicks.
That's for sure. And you know, and for those of you who are wondering what that's coming up in the future, Bryce and I got it covered.
Our wrestling team will be busy at the state tournament today and tomorrow. And don't forget about boys basketball. They will be playing tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as part of the interregional playoffs.
Also, there's no school next Monday, and it's also FFA week, followed by boys basketball on the 23rd through the 25th.
Well, that's it for us today here at Lions Weekly. I'm Bryce Clyde.
And I'm Will Fulmer.
Remember the name and have a great weekend, Payson High.
No.